Hi, this is Miss Andrea. I run the science workshop for the Children's Museum of Houston, and my projects and videos are generously funded by the Harris County Department of Education, Case for Kids, City Connections, which is funded by the City of Houston. And today I'm actually not bringing you a project, I'm bringing you a guest speaker. Today my guest speaker is Keith. Some of you might know him as Mr. O. He has videos that he chose on Channel 2. And Keith has made some really cool airplanes. I know there's a lot of you in workshop that have tried to do different airplanes. Some have been successful, some not, but these are really cool. I think that you should check these out.
Hi, I'm Keith Oswald, Director of Educational Technology and Exhibit Development for the Children's Museum of Houston. You may know me as Mr. O. Oh, wow! But today I'm coming to you from inside the Children's Museum in Invention Convention at our launch cage. Now, at our launch cage, we encourage kids to build rockets and paper airplanes and explore aerodynamic kinds of explorations. However, unfortunately, the museum is closed right now. So what we want to do is we want to bring the museum home to you. So that's what I'm here to do today. Now, when I was a kid, way back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I was sick for well over a week. And it was very unpleasant, mostly because we only had 6 channels on our television set, and none of them showed kids shows. Not at all, not even close. I mean, that's, again, just how old I am. So what I fortunately had was a dog who liked to chase paper airplanes. And he'd run along, he'd grab them out of the sky, tear them in half, take them outside, and bury them in the backyard. Which was a lot of fun for me, was to throw paper airplanes and watch the dog catch them and destroy them. A lot of fun. So I got really good at making paper airplanes. Now, it's been a few years since I've made them, but I want to try to show you 3 different kinds of paper airplanes that I personally really like to make. So let's get started with the first one, the dart. So the dart is made initially by folding a piece of paper in half. So this can be any kind of 8.5 by 11 paper, copy paper, color paper, notebook paper, it doesn't really matter. And if you don't happen to have 8.5 by 11 paper, that's not a big deal either. You can just use any kind of paper, and sometimes that's the fun of working with different papers, trying to get it all to work out. Now, if you notice here, my fold isn't very precise, and that's okay. If you don't get it precise, that's not a big deal. A lot of these paper airplanes will fly no matter what you do with them. What will change is going to be how they fly, not so much whether or not they fly. And again, if you have a dog who's chasing down paper airplanes, it's just about the flight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the top corners. I unfolded it, got ahead of myself. I unfolded it. I fold down the top corner on each side. I'm going to move the rest of the screen paper out of the way so you can see a little better. Fold down the top corner on each side, like so, and give it a good crease. A good crease is always important. Now here's where sometimes it gets a little confusing. Most of you may know how to make this plane, but for those of you who don't, the idea now is you want to take this edge and fold it over to the center line. So you're going to take the edge and fold it over. Again, the edge is only going to get a lot longer than it looked before. And it's going to fold up right along there. And you're just going to crease this nice long crease. And now I'm going to do the same thing to this side so you can see it again. So there's the edge. I'm going to bring that edge down. And again, you're going to notice here this is not exactly symmetrical, and that's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold it back in half. And there's a couple of ways you can go from here. I usually fold it down like this to make some nice big wings, but I want to make a really good dart today. So instead I'm going to fold it down. So I'm going to take this edge, move it to this edge. Just fold it down all the way over like this. And I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it down just like this. And so the thing about the dart is you want to make sure you have a nice sharp point at the tip. And you want to have very short wings. The reason you want short wings is you want to just kind of rip through the air. So when it flies, just like that, you want to just kind of rip its way through the air. Now when you look at it from this side, you want to make sure, when I just relax it, the wings are kind of up a little bit. So I just have it sitting here on my hand. We want to make sure that those wings are up just this way. So it's like a big wide Y. is the idea. So it has a V with these ends coming up, or if I hold it up like this, it has a little bit of a Y shape to it. That's going to be important for all three of the planes. So we're going to go throw all these in just a moment, because why make paper airplanes if you don't throw them? But I want to do the other two planes first, so we just take them all over at once. The second one we're going to do is going to be more of a glider. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top corner, I'm going to make a big triangle. So basically I'm taking the top edge, bringing it along the right edge here, like so. And then get a good solid crease. And again, if you don't get it precise, that's okay. I'm going to just redo a little bit of the fold here, because it wasn't precise enough. There we go. Just like that. And then you're going to unfold it, and you're going to fold it again. Same idea, top edge, but this time to the left edge. So more or less you're going to be right along that line that you just folded. And so just kind of get it like that. Crease it down. Like that. Unfold it. Now what you can do is you just flip it over. So you can see this X. And it's kind of hard to see because it's just this light crease here. But you should see an X. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold the top edge down so that these folded points match up with the bottom folded points. And basically you end up folding a rectangle. So you see a little rectangle there. Unfold it again. There's a lot of unfolding with this one, but this is where the payoff is. So you notice now it's sticking out like this with our X. What you're going to do is you're going to push in the center, boop, just like that, and these two segments are going to push in. So you just push those in, fold down the top, and you end up with this beautiful triangle. Now I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it again because it's a little confusing. So I'm going to unfold it. Here we go. So again, you have your crease that you just folded, push it in, just going to bring this down. These two will come into the center, fold it down, and smush it. And you end up with this nice big triangle on top. From there, you're going to take the corners, you're going to bring them up to match that tip. So again, here we got this little tip, and again, see we have this flap here, just like we had a flap here. It's going to bring the corner up to the tip, bring this corner up to the tip, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over and fold it in half. The reason we're doing this now is because we're going to pre-crease, basically. It's going to make our lives a lot easier in a moment, because we're about to make a really thick fold. And if you wait to crease till you have that big fold on there, it's going to be a lot harder to do. Because what you're going to do now is you're going to take this whole big chunk of paper here. So you have like a little diamond shape here. You can take the top of your diamond and fold it down to the bottom of the diamond. Got a big chunk of paper there. And now, when you fold that crease up, see that? It makes life a lot easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this top corner here. So you see how we kind of have this top point? We're going to bring it down to this bottom by folding the whole thing in half, down like this. And this is going to make our wing. So that's wing one. This is wing two. And we're going to fold up the tips here to make some wing tips, not like on shoes. That's a joke for your parents. They'll get it. Some of them will, or your grandparents might. Get the wing tips up. Just like this, just like this. Again, you want to make sure that when it relaxes in your hand, these ends are up just a little bit. So that's our glider. Just like that. All right, the third one we're going to do, it's going to be a little bit more of a stunt plane. It's a fairly simple fold, actually. What you're going to do is you're going to, again, start with one piece of paper. So just like the dart, you're going to fold the whole thing in half, hot dog style. Make a big, long rectangle. There we go. And then unfold it. Notice again, there's a lot of unfolding sometimes with all the folding. So you have your center crease. And now what you're going to do is you're going to want to get 1 inch folded up. So if you're learning measurement for the first time, this is a great time to do. I'm going to flip this over so it's actually right side up. These big long ones, it says inch right there. That is 1 inch right there along your ruler. Down here, these are centimeters. You're not going to use centimeters for this. They're very important though, so don't ignore them. But we're just going to focus here on our 1 inch mark. Now, if you don't have a ruler or you haven't learned that yet, estimate is fine. Basically what you're going to do is I'm going to just lay down my ruler here. I see where my 1 inch mark is, which is right about there. So I'm just going to fold this up about so. Again, precision is not necessary for this one. You just want it about 1 inch. So that is about 1 inch. And then we're going to fold it up again the second time. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there you go. That's the hardest part of it. You're just going to fold it in half. You're going to bring one edge down, so it's going to make a nice, huge, long wing. Another nice, huge, long wing. So again, this is more of a glider style stunt plane. Our Dart, if you remember, had those very short wings. So those short wings, again, allow it to cut through the air, no problem. The long wings are meant to capture the air. And that's going to allow it to do stunts and kind of fly a little funny sometimes. So again, we're going to fold up the tips. 1, 2, just like that. Once again, kind of make sure it has a little bit of a Y shape to it. And now we're going to go test out their flight. So we're in the hallway right outside our Invention Convention exhibit, as you can see right here. So we want to encourage everyone to come back and join us when we reopen and have some fun with us. In the meantime, though, let's test out these 3 paper airplanes we just made. So this is our Dart. So again, it has a very short wingspan, so we're going to just give this a good hard throw straight ahead. And you can see it flies very straight. The key with throwing is going to be how you throw. Some planes you can throw downward and they'll actually kind of flip back up. Other planes you throw up high and see what happens. Others you want to throw straight. And it depends upon how much force you want to use. So our second one here, we'll give this a throw. So as you saw, that was our stunt plane. It get a little spiral there. Hopefully she caught that on the video. It went really fast. And the third one here is going to be our glider. So that one did its own little thing too. I might have thrown it up a little bit too much, but you get the basic idea that as you play with these planes, you might have to adjust their wings a little bit, have a little more fun with them, and that will change how they go, because air is made of matter. Matter pushes against things. And so depending upon the size of your wing and how your wings are shaped, that changes how the air pushes against them and how it will steer your plane around. So definitely have some fun with it and see what happens.